how do you get him as an organization back to the spot where he is getting the results?
You got to get out there and do it. And the one thing I know about Luke is he's not afraid. He likes the action. And again, it's sometimes just that fine line. And we're talking about, 3 pitches that have hurt him big time here this week. But you also have to take a step back and say that it's 3 pitches that have hurt me. Obviously, in leverage, that's a big deal, but it's not something where you're like, man, is the stuff's down? Like, how do we get that going again? That looks like it's all there. Physically, he seems to be in a really good place, so that's why I trust that he'll get through this.
You mentioned some of the attrition with some injuries, whether it be starters or relievers. Just how would you describe the state of your bullpen right now?
Yeah, I mean, a part of that is, obviously a couple guys going down and crews going down and being in a stretch of whatever 26 and 27 days, and you have a guy go out with an injury early in a game, so you're kind of playing catch up there. So that's the tough part of it. But it is part of it, and you got to be able to pick up the slack. And I thought for the most part, guys did a really good job coming in and behind Stroh, who I thought that's a tough lineup for him to navigate, for him to get through 5 there, 3 runs, walk out of there with a lead. I thought Hammy did all right. Timmy Hill obviously comes in and does his job, and then the homer hurt us. So it was good to see Efros get in there and do well. So it's just part of it right now. We're kind of going through it, but we have the people to get through it.
Gary.
With Luke, you mentioned he's good physically, he's good stuff-wise. Do you notice anything off with him mechanically?
I don't. That's why I think it's just, it's getting those pitches to those right spots where good hitters are hunting them and getting them. Looked like he probably pulled that changeup just a little bit down and in, and McNeil put a good swing on it. So just that last bit of execution. But again, it's not like a guy we're talking about like, man, his stuff's down, we got to reinvent this thing. No, we just got to go out and execute, and I feel like that's why I have a lot of confidence that he'll get there.
Brendan.
What did you see on the Dominguez fly ball that went over his head?
Yeah, just misjudge. I mean, a rocket at him.
Misjudge, not a sun thing, not just.
No, not a sun thing. I think just backspun and thinking it's going to be a line drive at it, and a player's head, so just didn't read it the best.
Ryan.
Hitting for Volpe in the 9th, it's not something you've done very often. What went into that? Had a couple lefties sitting over there, leading off the inning there, knowing Garrett's going back out, who's, I'd rather have our lefties facing him, and just with, what Volpe's gone through here the last few weeks of kind of getting it going and having some, real thunder sitting over there too. What have you thought of Volpe's at-bats lately?
Yeah, it's a mixed bag. I mean, again, I feel like there 1 or 2 a game where he's getting a decent swing off. I thought the swing to center field today was good, on time, just missed. But then a couple where he's getting behind and not making real good contact. So, he's going through it a little bit right now, and got to keep working at it.
Over the left.
Did you guys were you able to get an update on Clark with the MRI this afternoon?
We're still kind of going through it.
And then just with Dominguez at the leadoff spot, another strong day for him. Could you see him sticking there going forward?
I mean, we'll see. Like, the leadoff spot for us has been a strong point this year. I feel like whoever's been in there, I feel like Rice has done a good job there. Goldie, when I put him in there against lefties, obviously JD today, and Grish has done it a lot. So it's possible. Love his at bats right now. Obviously, he's getting massive results, hitting the ball incredibly hard the last several days, especially the last 2 days here. So that's really good to see. So we'll see.
Brendan.
Speaking of Clark, I don't think we asked you this pregame, but did you guys throwing him on the IL kind of speak to the immediate concern over him, just deciding to go straight to the IL? I just think we knew it was going to be enough that he's going to miss a start or 2 at the very least. So I think it was more that. I don't think we necessarily had some,
but what he's dealt with the last few weeks with it, and then obviously having to come out of a game early, I think we knew. So we'll see what we have when we get to all the results.
Meredith?
Aaron, just back to Volpe for a second. In that third inning, the Alonso single that wound up scoring Soto, did you think he could kind of just knock that one down, keep it in the, I know it was hard hit, but knock it in the infield?
Yeah.
You need to find a way to knock that down and keep it in
I
the
mean,
infield?
it's a rocket that's an in-between hop that he's trying to make a play on. I mean, so yeah, can he make that play? Of course. Is it a special play if he makes it? Yes. So, man. Yeah. So could have made the play. It's about as tough as one comes, and it's we got a special defender out there, and so could have made it. Yeah.